A big budget day 2024, there was something for agriculture, economy, women, employment, for all of them. But what was the premise of the whole budget? What was the reasoning of the whole budget? Why it was drafted the way it was drafted? And what is the overall way forward? To talk all that and much more, we are joined by Minister of Commerce and Industry, Mr. Piyush Goyal. So thanks for talking to ET Now. Let's begin by the budget. It has been hailed as a good, and it has been hailed as a very balanced budget. So what was the point or premise or the thinking and reasoning behind this kind of budget?
Well, I would call this budget an innovative budget, a budget which focuses on inclusive growth and has the potential to take the country in the next 3 years, in the Amrit Kal, to become the world's third largest GDP, third largest economy, continue the trajectory of being the world's fastest growing large economy, and lay the groundwork for our progression to become a developed nation by 2047. It's a very imaginative budget in the sense it talks of addressing several challenges in a holistic manner. It's continuity with change. It continues the good work of the last 10 years, while at the same time has many new offerings which will help the people of India, which will help the common man, which will help the poor, the farmers, our women, our youth, to be a part of the change that India is witnessing.
Specifically, India is going to have dedicated e-commerce export hubs. This particular scheme has been hailed by the sector, by others also. What is going to be there as far as this particular export hubs are concerned?
The idea behind the e-commerce export hubs was to create dedicated infrastructure with seamless flow of goods in and out, with customs facilities at the point where the goods are stored, and easy financing, ability to move goods out in case they don't get enough orders, or keep stocks in when there's a flow of orders, and serve the world through e-commerce, which demands very rapid deliveries, where people, once they order something, they are impatient to receive the supply. Our effort is to provide kind of quick delivery hubs which can serve discerning customers across the world and help India expand our e-commerce exports, which, while it is only $2 billion approximately at present, we believe has the potential to at least grow 5 times in the near future and much more going forward.
And one of the proposals of DPIIT, which is under your ministry, abolishing of angel tax, well, that has been abolished as well. A good overall boost to startup industry via that.
It was something which had been the wish list of the startup ecosystem for long. Our innovators who have set up more than 100,000 or 130,000 startups in India have done the nation proud. We are the third largest startup ecosystem in the world today. And this is a listening government. We always take feedback from all stakeholders. At the last couple of meetings of the Startup Advisory Council, we deliberated very extensively on this subject. And I'm grateful to Honorable Prime Minister and Honorable Finance Minister for having abolished the angel tax. It will certainly help promote greater degree of investments in the startup story, where asset-backed or balance sheet-based valuations are not necessarily the order of the day, where crystal gazing into the future or a value for the potential of an idea determine its value.
So last few quick questions. One scheme is internship scheme, where internships will be given to millions of youth in the top 500 companies. So what was the rationale behind that particular scheme of providing internship to youth?
Very often we hear that people are not getting manpower which is employable or which is skilled or trained or has the necessary talent to be able to meet the needs of the job. Other day, L&T CEO, MD was mentioning that they need 45,000 more people in their infrastructure division. When I sat down to discuss with him, he said, but that's not all. I need another 25,000 in my software and IT division. Now, that's just one company. It clearly shows that there is a lot of demand for good people, trained people, people with necessary skill sets to suit the job. And therefore, I think to promote employment in the country for nearly 4 crore people, 4 crore 10 lakh people, the Prime Minister has come out with 5 new schemes. The Honorable Finance Minister articulated the Prime Minister's vision for greater degree of jobs in the formal sector through these 5 schemes, one of which is the internship for 12 months in the private sector, where we have listed out nearly 500 top companies who will be working with the government and providing the skill sets for these people. This will naturally give them a possibility to get a job in these companies, because you've trained a person, you've seen their work, you have a sense of his capabilities. So quite a lot of people will get an opportunity within that organization, or otherwise will be now employable in many other industries of the same sector or similar sector. I can share with you one example or two. We have a Samarth scheme in the textile ministry, where also we find that if we train the person in a textile industry, a manufacturing unit, they're by and large getting better skills, and more often than not the industry absorbs them in their own company. There's so much. Tirupur people are telling me today they need 50,000 people, the garment manufacturers of Tirupur. They say, you send 50,000 people, we'll train them and employ them. Currently in Mumbai, in the SEEPs, under Prime Minister Modi's guidance, we've set up the world's best mega CFC, Common Facilities Center. There, while we have very, very modern equipment, in order to train people to use that equipment, we are trying to encourage industry to participate with internships there. We are also training physically challenged children there with a commitment that after the training they'll get a job in the gem and jewelry sector. So we have 200 students there currently. Going forward, annually we expect to train 1,500 students in that small Common Facilities Center. Just shows you the immense potential that on-the-job training has. And therefore, I think the scheme will be path-breaking.
And you have also brought down the corporate tax on foreign companies. Definitely it will increase investment. Any idea how much, any targets, anything?
Well, one doesn't work necessarily to a target on every announcement. But I can tell you the interest to invest in India is huge. Now look at the EFTA trade deal with the 4 EFTA countries, Switzerland, Norway, Liechtenstein and Iceland. When we could not create the right balance on trade in goods and services, we proposed to them that you commit a significant job creation and investment in India so that we feel that we have got something good out of it. And we have been able to get from them a legally binding commitment to create 10 lakh direct jobs and invest $100 billion in India. Now 10 lakh direct jobs means you're looking at 30-40 lakh jobs direct and indirect. 8.5 lakhs direct foreign currency investment not only strengthens our foreign currency position, our economic parameters, but along with Indian equity, debt and all of that, may lead to 30-40 lakh crores of investment, hardcore investment in infrastructure, in producing companies, manufacturing, innovation, R&D. Now that's the level of interest companies around the world and countries have in India. And therefore I think the future is very bright, coupled with ease of doing business and ease of living initiatives, reduction of compliance burden and decriminalization of laws, and the overall momentum that the Indian economy is getting with this budget. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind we will be the 3rd largest GDP, 3rd largest economy in the next 3.5 years. We will be a global economic powerhouse in the years to come, and India will be a developed nation by 2047. I would say neighbors envy and owners pride.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for talking to ET Now.
Thank you.